Okay, so this is what you would call back in the day a video response. I am doing a video response to my friend's Will Pokemon starter, like all evolutions and whatnot, like tier from like S being the best to F being the worst. And I just watched his video and I'm like, hey, I want to show my opinions. And some of my opinions will be similar to his, and some will be really different. So I'm gonna fix this down here once I ever find fucking there he is. All right. Also, I'm putting Pikachu up here. Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and start. So let's go with the beginning here with Generation One, Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is definitely, one of those starters where it's like, but he isn't too bad. Uh, so I'm gonna put Bulbasaur in like B. Same for Ivysaur. Venusaur I would actually put in A. Mostly, like if you're playing, especially if you're playing like red blue, um, because your best starters that are gonna get you for the game are gonna be like Venusaur or Blastoise. Charizard, he's good, but he isn't really that good until like the remakes for Gen 3 for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Um, so I'll place Charmander up here, and I'm actually a big fan of Charmeleon's design, so he gets to go up here, and Charizard gets to go up here. Of course, like again, Squirtle, I'd put him here. No, you know what? I'd actually put Squirtle down here. Like he's good. I like War Turtle actually a lot. I like his design. Uh, so he's gonna go on A, and then so now I'm going to go with Blastoise, and Blastoise is going to be S, definitely S. Blastoise out of all the Gen 1 starters is probably my favorite. He was the first Pokemon I ever, used when playing for a Pokemon game, which was like Pokemon Blue. So yeah, very nostalgia. Okay, so Pikachu. So of course Pikachu's only like a starter for like 2 games, like Pokemon Yellow and then Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Pikachu isn't too awfully bad, but I would put Pikachu down the C. I'd also put Eevee down the C as well. Um, so yeah, that's like Gen 1. So now going into Gen 2. Now Gen 2 is probably my favorite out of all of them. But I will have to say the Chikorita line is probably the weakest. Like most definitely. So it would probably Chikorita. You would probably be D. I'd have to say. Bayleaf, I'd have to agree with Will on this one. Bayleaf, out of all 3 of them, has a really good design and whatnot. So, but it's not S or A tier, so I'd go with B tier on this one. Meganium, yeah, Meganium would go next to Bayleaf. It's just not that great. So now we're going into the fire starters. Is Cyndaquil. See, now this is going to be another nostalgia thing for me. When I first played Gen 2, it was Pokemon Silver, and I went with Cyndaquil. But I'm going to put my boys, Cyndaquil and Quava, right here on B. Now Typhlosion, he would have to go up on S. He's just like the man, especially in like Crystal. They kind of did lower him down in Gen 4 for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but he's just who he is. Um, so now we got Totodile, which he's all right, but you go B list. Crocodile C. For Alligator, I'd put him in A. Like, he would definitely be my second choice for a gold, silver, crystal run. So, Um, so here's a little twist, which I noticed in Will's video. They put both Espeon and Umbreon, and which they were both your starters in Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube. Of course, Coliseum was mostly focused on a lot of double battles, which are fun. But I do like both Espeon and Umbreon. Espeon a lot more, but I would put Espeon probably in the A, and Umbreon probably in the C. Just more into the psychic than I am into the dark. So yeah, that goes with Gen 2. I'm mostly just going for this, this is just going to be a simple response. I ain't going to be like Will and take, 10 minutes to talk about why Trico sucks or something like that. But anyways, speaking of, so now we're in Gen 3, so we're looking at like Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. So Trico's okay. I'd probably put him in D. Sceptile would probably be a C for me. Or not Sceptile, Grovyle, my bad. And Sceptile right here, I'd probably put him in B. Torchic would probably be a C. Kabuskin's weird, so I just would put Kabuskin in D. And I'd probably put Blaziken. Blaziken would definitely be a C for me. Blaziken would, first firefighting. Blaziken's cool. I like the design, but it just, it's my second. But Sceptile's not too far off. So now we go into Mudkip. So I like Mudkip, but he's gonna go in the C. Marsharp is weird, so he's gonna go in D. Swampert. I really like Swampert. Swampert, I know some people don't like him, but Swampert, he would be my S tier up here. As my other favorite water starter, which he's also ground. Yeah, if you're in a fight against Sceptile, you're pretty much screwed because 4 times weakness here going on. But he's still my boy. So now we're going into Gen 4. So Turtwig, he would be a C. Grotto here, he's a little weird, so he goes the D. Torterra would he would be the first grass starter. He would definitely be my boy. Up here in S. I love Torterra. I love his design. Grass ground. Really good. So Chimchar's okay. So he goes to C. Monferno, yeah, he'd probably join him. Infernape. Infernape has a cool design. Ooh, this is tough. I'd probably put Infernape in A because the design looks a little bit better than Blaziken's. That's my opinion. Let's see here. Piplup. Piplup would probably... yeah, Piplup's kind of lackluster, so D. Same here. Print up. But Empoleon here, oh my god. He would definitely be in the A tier. So yeah, we've already covered really quick the first 4 generations. So now we're going into Gen 5. And yes, just like Will, from this point on, the Pokemon, to me, have been kind of lackluster. But I grew up, with Pokemon. I was like 6 or 7 when Pokemon Red and Blue came out over here. So, and then, of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I finished were the last two Pokemon games I finished in high school. So yeah, that pretty much carried out my childhood. Um, so anyways, let's go into Gen 5. So we got Snivy here. Will actually does not like the Snivy line. I mean, Snivy is okay. I would put Snivy a D. Man, I cannot remember your all's names. So let's see here. Let me go to a data deck. So Gen 5. Okay, Servine, that's right. Servine is okay, but I'd probably put Servine on F. It's just, ugh. But I actually, and I know he hates it, but I actually like Superior. But not, I would put Superior in A. I would not put Superior in S with the top boys. So going into Tepig. Tepig's cute, but he would probably be in D. Pignite, probably D. And then you got Emboar. Emboar's cool. I'd probably put him in B. He's a fighting fire pig, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, he does look like Ganon, to be honest. I don't know if that was a reference Nintendo wanted to get, but So next we got Oshawott. So Oshawott's kind of cute. I don't know. I guess D. D-Watt. D-Watt's actually a pretty cool design. I'd probably put D-Watt at B. And Samurot's alright. I'd probably put it at B as well. So that was Gen 5. So Gen 6. Chespin's okay, but Chespin's definitely gonna be F tier. And like I said, I can never remember your all's names. So Quelladin. See, I guess to be fair, I don't think I've ever used the grass starter in X and Y that I can recall. I mean, yeah. So yeah, you guys, I'm sorry, but you guys gotta go to F. Finnegan's okay. I'd probably do D. Braxton, I actually like Braxton's design, but I'd probably put Braxton in C. And Delphox is okay, but I'd probably put it in D. So Froakie's alright, but that would be another D. Frogadier's actually kind of cool, so I'd probably put Frogadier in C. Greninja would have to be up in the boys, and yeah, just like what Will said, Ash Greninja for Sun and Moon, that was a good twist. And it did make my first run of Pokemon Sun, a little bit bearable. So now we're speaking of which, Sun and Moon. Yeah. I have used all three starters for Sun and Moon. So I guess Rowlet. Let me bring up the Gen 7 thing here. Of course, they would show me a lone Pokemon first. Rowlet. Probably D. Datrix is weird. And yes, I know, I'm not a big fan of like a lot of certain grass Pokemon. As you can see, grass Pokemon that I don't like have been going to the lower list. And then we got Decidueye. Decidueye's okay. He's not that bad. So I put Decidueye in probably C. Litten's pretty good. I'd probably put Litten. Litten would probably be D. And Torracat would probably be D as well. Incineroar would probably be up here in the A. He's got a really good design actually. Fire Dark, it's pretty cool. So then we go with Popplio. Popplio is like this whole line is kind of whatever. I did use this line in both Moon and Ultra Moon. But other than that, it's kind of so So now we finish this up real quick. We're going to go into Sword and Shield, and I've only used the grass starter. So this opinion might change down the line. But so let's go ahead and let me bring up Gen 8 because I can never remember these people's names. Oh my, so many Pokemon. So we got Groki here. Groki would probably be D. This one's weird. So which was on Twaki? I don't know, but he's weird. So he'll go there. Rillaboom's actually kind of cool. So I'd put him up here in A, or right next, right there. Okay. Scorbunny's okay. So I'd put D. Raboot has a nice design, so I'd probably say C. And Cinderace, actually like the look of Cinderace, so Cinderace would actually go up here in B. And then we got Sabo, who's whatever, I guess, and this one's whatever. Sabo and Drizzle, but Inteleon would probably by design wise is kind of got like this secret agent look to him, so he would go probably in the B list right there. So yeah, I know this wasn't a 40-minute thing, but I felt like I should do a video response because this is kind of fun to do, and this is actually my first tier list. I've seen other YouTubers do these, so I thought, hey, maybe it might be fun too. So, all right, just want to do a quick thing on that.